I myself am one of the people that witnessed the incident. I was chilling at home one night, scrolling through channels on the remote, and found an episode of SpongeBob was airing on Nick. I was bored at the time because I didn't know what to do, and that would keep me entertained, so I decided to watch it. The episode that was on was Your Shoes Untied and Gary Takes a Bath. I thought it to believe a missed part of the first episode, but I continued watching. Then I noticed something odd. When Patrick said, "Hey, SpongeBob," after SpongeBob tripped in the Krusty Krab, SpongeBob didn't move. He just didn't simply replied. He just laid there. Patrick was confused at this. "SpongeBob?" he asked. But SpongeBob didn't reply. He just laid there on the floor as the camera zoomed in on him. Then SpongeBob got up for a split second twice, which made it look like he was gasping for air. It continued to stay on SpongeBob's body until cutting to static after a few minutes. Now, I've seen this episode a million times, but this wasn't in it. It then cut to SpongeBob laying on the floor, but now he was in the kitchen at the Krusty Krab. A few seconds later, it then cut to SpongeBob's body in a black room, floating in the air in a different direction, but in the same pose. Then it immediately cut to SpongeBob and Gary sitting on the huge shoe at the end of the episode, while Gary is slightly moved up and down while the weird and distorted music track played. "What the heck is going on?" I mumbled to myself. After a few more seconds, it cut to static for a few seconds, and then it went to black. After a minute of nothing but a pitch black screen, the episode Gary Takes a Bath starts playing. The episode started out pretty normal, but halfway through the episode, there was a split-second scene of SpongeBob in a distorted visual with Gary. They were staring at the screen, smiling creepily. Then it cuts to static. I was confused, as if this wasn't a real episode, or if it was just some glitch. I tried shutting it off and turning it back on again, but the episode stayed the same. I decided just to turn off the TV and went to bed. The next morning I went and turned on the TV and saw that something was back to normal. But to this day, I still have many questions about this drug tip of an episode. Was I having a bad dream? Was the TV hijacked? To this day, I still don't know what the heck was going on at the time. It's been a couple of years since the incident, and I still don't have any answers. Even after searching through the internet for hours on end. But to this day, no one knows this incident occurred, or who or what caused it. But I am determined to find out for myself. One of these days, this mystery will be solved. And that, my little pretties, was 7-25-2005, a SpongeBob lost episode creepypasta written by TheWayItWentWrong. My final thoughts on the story: I actually find this to be one of the good SpongeBob creepypastas. I mean, I'm not gonna lie right now. This is actually a pretty interesting creepypasta of SpongeBob. Now, I'm definitely have to say, I know there's some SpongeBob pastas that are actually pretty good. And this is actually one of the good ones that I've seen. Now, the way it went wrong just commented on one of my reply to me when I listened to Sir Horror's narration of this story like a few months ago. And this is what he said. He just mentioned that he's one of the people who worked on, or she's the one who worked on the story, made a few changes to beginning to end, so it's going to be different than I saw in the video. He just wanted to let me know that, or she for that matter. I'm not trying to assume gender. So, yeah, that's actually why I went out of my way to, narrate this story. Now, my opinion, this is actually a pretty good SpongeBob creepypasta. Like, there's images that's shown about the incident as well. And one of the things I'm gonna say right now is that I've seen the Formidable Robot, or Mewtwo, well, I don't remember his last username, but that's what it was at one point before it was the Formidable Robot. I watched Seabass's narration of this story. And I mean, I've seen a few people narrate this story not too long ago, and I mean, I honestly find this one to be a pretty good story. It's a pretty good SpongeBob creepypasta. In a sense, well, I could say that it is a little cliched, but for whatever reason, I can honestly find this one to be quite good. Now, I'm not going to be denying this one bit. I honestly could see this being the case. I am gonna definitely be honest that this story honestly had a lot of time and effort into it. I mean, I've seen a few people narrate this story, and I honestly find this one to be, very good. Like, it doesn't start off by saying, no, the cliche title saying, oh, I found this on, well, on a Walmart or something. I mean, okay, but like, I mean, it's not a bad story. I'm gonna be honest. You know, I know the Pyro Fury made a sequel to this story, and I did narrate that story like a couple months ago. So, yeah, I just thought I would let you guys know about that. But I decided to go ahead and narrate this first part because I haven't read this story yet. I did take a look at this story a few times, and I mean, it's honestly really believable and well made. So I would have to say, the grammar of this story was good. Although I would have to say, I did spot some places that should have had punctuation marks in them. But other than that, it's still pretty good. Actually, it's readable in a sense, and I honestly found this story to be have a good concept. Now, I would have to say that I haven't watched SpongeBob in like a long time. Like I don't really care for the newer episodes nowadays, but the older episodes were one of those shows I like watching. And this story, oh, pardon me about that, guys. I have a cold that's going on right now. If you can't tell by my voice, I have a bad cold. So I'm hoping I should be okay. I've been having a stuffy nose for past few days now. But with that being said and that out of the way, I really do find this story to be, enjoyable. I did find this on the Geoshia Lost Episode Wiki, so I recommend you guys go take a look at the site if you haven't, if you want to look for the story, that's where it is. The story is on there. So if you guys want to check out the story, I recommend you do so. I mean, you will not be disappointed. So the way it went wrong, great, excellent job with the story. I love how well made that this SpongeBob creepypasta went out. It's beautiful, well made in detail, definitely a lot of time and effort into it. And I have to say, it's a good story. I honestly really like it. So, with that being said, and with that being the case, yeah. With that, I'm gonna sit here and say this now. Pardon me about that. I still have a bit of a cold, so yeah. Like I'm gonna say right now, and like I always continue to say, this is simply my own personal opinion, and if you happen to disagree with me, that's fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions regards to these creepypastas, and this is simply my own personal thoughts. My final rating of the story would have to be I'm gonna give this one a 10 out of 10. It's an enjoyable SpongeBob creepypasta. There's definitely a lot of time and effort into it. I find this story to have a really good, enjoyable storyline. It's definitely well made, and I recommend you guys check it out. You will not be disappointed if you are looking for some good creepypastas to narrate. It's beautiful, well made in detail. It's fantastic. And I recommend you guys, go check out this story and you would really enjoy this. It's a very good story. It's beautiful, well made, and I definitely recommend you guys check out this story if you haven't done so already. And I'm going to say right now, if you guys like the story, feel free to leave me what your thoughts are in the comments below because I will not be disappointed in what opinions you have. If you like this story, that's fine. If you don't like the story, I respect your opinion. Now, anyways, what did you guys think about this creepypasta? Did you enjoy it? Did you all not? Also, what you have done personally to help make this story a lot better? Feel free to leave me now what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I'm the Queen of Lions. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. And if you're brand new here to this channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because I make brand new videos every single day. Don't forget to ring the notification bell to when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, please roll the outro because I'm out.